Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, in this video, we are from group 7 will expand our review about chemical industry journal. We choose this topic of chemical industry because chemistry is very much needed in industry. Okay, before we start our present, let me introduce our group member 2. There are Annisa Hanun as presenter 1, Ziren Karina as presenter 2, and me Rahma Putri Bulfiah as presenter 3, and the last is Muhammad Ali Saputra as presenter 4. Okay, let's start with the first presenter is Annisa Hanun.
First journal title is Removal of Pb2 from Aqueous solution by using telemaking industry without effect of blast furnace dust chemical composition. Year of published 2021. The author Ma de Jesus Soria Guerrera, Antonia Martinez Leuvanos, Marco Antonio Sanchez Castillo, Francisco Raul Carrillo Pedrosa, Norman Torot Victor Manuel Marfaes Gracia. Why we choose this journal? The reason we choose this journal is about removal Pb2 from synthetic water solution and show good potential in the treatment of industrial effluents. Contained this heavy metal with the costless method. Abstract of this journal is the significant effect of pH on Pb removal has been well studied, but a few studies explicitly address the effect of chemical and mineralogical composition of steelmaking residues, and a better understanding of this key parameter is still needed for full elucidation and optimization of the Pb removal process. Introduction. Several materials have recently been explored as highly effective absorbent for removal of Pb ions from aqueous solution. For this reason, there is an ongoing effort to improve absorption capacity and selectivity of conventional low-cost adsorbent, including active carbon, bentonite, cytosine, and iron oxide, such as magnetite, hematite, and magmite, which are capable of absorbing land and other heavy metal ions from aqueous solution. Method used in this journal is experiment. First experiment about Bfd Characterization. 4 Bfd sample was collected from the dust collector system, and this Bfd characterization installed in a major integrated steelmaking plant in Mexico. We can see in the picture in the slide, like that is the Bfd characterization. Second method is Pb2 Removal Test. The concentration of land in the aqueous solution was quantified before and after the absorption test by atomic absorption spectroscopy using an appropriate land calibration curve. The effect of contact time, Bfd load, and lead intensity concentration on the Pb removal process were also studied in similar set of experiments. Result and discussion. First is Bfd characterization. The specific ion phases found in Bfd samples. Smaller amount of franklite were also found in Bfd sample, in agreement with the chemical analysis that showed the presence of residual amount of Z. So we can see in table number 1, it's a chemical composition of Sa, Sb, Sc, and Sd samples. And the table number 2 is iron phases distribution in Sa, Sb, and Sc and Sg. So we can see in table number 2, it's smaller amount of franklite. And the effect of chemical composition and particle size in Pb2 removal from aqueous solution. Based on the result, it was evident that under the condition used in the study, Pb2 removal was influenced by the chemical composition of Bfd samples. As discussion, each sample had a different distribution of their main chemical constituents, like ion species, basic oxidants, and carbon species. Conclusion: this study focused on the effect of chemical composition of steelmaking residues on the maximum Pb absorption capacity from synthesis aqueous solution. By using samples collected from the different sections of dust the collector system in steelmaking factory. Results show that CaO and MgO, as well as metallic Fe and FeO, had a positive linear effect in Pb removal and Ke. A thermodynamics analysis of the survived chemistry suggested by MgO and FaO, promoted by the Pb removal in lesser extent than CaO and metallic Fa, responsibility because the surface ion exchange with MgO and FeO are less thermodynamic flowable and their lower composition in the sample. The strength and weakness of this journal. The strength is, according to our group, this journal proved innovative to let us know can remove Pb2 from synthetic water solution and show good potential in the treatment of industrial effluents contaminated with this heavy metal with costless method. And the weakness is the word of sentence that the author use are too difficult to understand, so make us little confused about this journal.
Hello, my name is Ziren Karina with student ID 41. I will review the journal 2 with the title Aquacultural Engineering using Chlorella vulgaris and iron oxides nanoparticles in designs bioreactors for aquaculture effluents purification. Year of published in 2020. Why we choose this journal? The reason why we choose this journal because this study discusses the aquacultural engineering using Chlorella vulgaris and iron oxides nanoparticles in a designs bioreactors that use chemical for industry. Next is abstract. Aquaculture operations produce high volumes of wastewater containing suspended solids and nutrients such as phosphorus and nitrogen. Treatment of water effluents from fish production ponds is essential for sustained environment. So, the present study was conducted to evaluate simultaneous use of microalgae and iron oxides nanoparticles to purify aquaculture effluents within a designed bioreactor. For designing experiments, effluent samples were collected from fish farms in Sari, Iran. Iron oxides nanoparticles were prepared from Iranian nanopisgaman company. Chlorella vulgaris was captured from the environment, then purified and cultured in the laboratory. Next is introduction. The introductions contain information about the reason why the research was developed and also the reason why the materials used are microalgae and oxidizing iron nanoparticles. Based on the journal, biological and nanoparticle methods are new methods for controlling pollution derived from aquatic animal farms, and microalgae have a high potential for wastewater treatment in aquaculture. Algae treatment techniques are generally used for nutrients and pathogens removal and deleting other kinds of pollutants. Next is methods. The reactor is designed according to the standard used the reservoirs reactors. Homogenization of NTS and LG was carried out using a homogenizer with 14,000 rpm in the laboratory. The mixer was designed as a turbine for providing optimum condition of 5-liter bioreactors according to the requirements of reaction. The standard for the reactors and blade dimension, the diameter ratio, and the blade to the diameter ratio of the turbine blade tank is 0.3 to 0.5. The picture above is a systematic of designs bioreactors. Based on the pictures, there is a container of air or oxygen that can help reduce biological toxins from polluting waste by aerobic bacteria. In addition, there are also thermometers, pH meter, mixer engines, porous plates, compressors. Porous plates with an air inlet was required for turbulence in the reservoir, so the air was transferred from the lower surface of the reactors with a compressor. Therefore, the suitable blade was provided for the turbine of bioreactors.
Okay, let's move to another structure of the journal, which is result and discussion. Look at the following picture. Based on the picture, we can see the distribution of iron oxide nanoparticles on the simultaneous application of algae films and iron oxide nanoparticle in the reactor during the study period. Based on the picture, we can see the DL phase. Tests showed that the iron oxide nanoparticle had the same dispersion in the reactor fluid stage, which was between more than 10, which is 20 or 40 until 100 nanometer with an intensity of more than 10 of percentage, which is more than 25 of percentage. This is present in the following diagrams. The result of the study can be seen in the following table. Based on the table shows the chemical test parameters measured including the content of NO2, NO3, PO4, NH4, BOD or biological oxygen demand, AC or emulsifiable concentrate, TSS or total suspended solid, TDS or total dissolved solid, and pH as measured from day 1 until day 18. Based on the table, the trend of the result obtained up to day 18 is decreasing, and the high percentage of reduction is the enhanced component, which is 93.6011 of percentage. Based on the result obtained, NH4 has the high percentage reduction compared to the other parameters. This is because microalgae can absorb nitrogen through the photosynthesis process, so that the nitrogen content can be removed from wastewater and more formed as biomass. In addition, Chlorella vulgaris can also be used to treat wastewater and remove nitrogen, phosphorus, BOD, and COD content in wastewater, while nanoparticle can remove phosphorus content. Therefore, the PO4 content has a large enough reduction percentage as good. Okay, let's move to another structure, which is conclusion. Based on the result obtained, we can conclude that the design of this bioreactor device is good and can be used to treat industry wastewater so as to reduce environmental pollution. The used material is microalgae and iron oxide nanoparticle is wood. The design of the tool is clear with calculation according to standard. The result obtained also experienced a significant reduction so that the industrial machine is effective and feasible to use. Okay, the last is strength and weakness. Strength of the journal is the design of the tool present is good and the result is clear. Um, and the result obtained have also been able to reduce the chemical content of hazardous industrial waste so that bioreactors are effective to use. The weakness of this journal is in the journal the function of the parts of the tool is not explained in detail. So the reader is also confused about the function of the part of the tool.
Journal number 3, title is Chemistry and Corrosion, Research and Development for and Weather Cooling Circuits of Aerofold or Demo. Year of publish is 2019. Authors C. Harrington, A. Baron, Vichecha, R. Burroughs, R. Holmes, R. Clark, S. Walters, P. L. Martins, R. Spingel, Z. Oyerholm, R. Beckert, V. Gillens, R. Torelli, A. Lovitz. Why? Because the journal, the reason, because this is journal is about why to commercial vision power generation for parametric first with approach to technology trades. Okay, next is abstracts. The European demo design will potentially use single piece whether calling in pairs component the required protection agent correction. Calling condition will be similar to choice of vision plan will additional consideration arising from material choice over 19 7. CU, CR, ZR, and 14 Me fault neutron irradiation. Presently, many aspects to weather chemistry and corrosion behavior are not well defined, and several stands of work reported here are ongoing to address this challenge under to Eurovision framework and collaboration with industrial partners to leverage knowledge and expertise from elsewhere in the nuclear industry. Okay, the next. Introduction. The European Demonstration Fusion Reactor or DEMO aims to pave the way to commercial fusion power plants by pursuing a parametric approach to technology choice. The device will output hundreds of megawatts of net electricity with full installation of several houses to achieve large-scale power generation of order. The efficient and reliable cooling is required of the special head surge and single-phase weather cooling is a leading technology option that is with the parametric ethos of demo. Okay, the next method. Methods of this the journal whether colored lithium or VCLL consists of a set of box-like modules that line the wall of vacuum vessel through which molten lithium lead LEPB flows and Le lithium Pb absorbs an energy emitted by the plasma and form of neutron. The generation of remove the picture colon and liquid volume. The structural material of the tubes and model is Euro 4 1907, a trade Dutch activation period merchant say RAVM still nominal condition of the VC Lee colons are internationally similar to those of traditional pressure to weather reaction will Well, because of traditional pressure weather reaction with Atlant temperature, now the component we see clearly can be seen on the following figure. Okay, the next base of the figure, the component of VZL Li are two calling people's branding zone visit weather outlet PBLE in light busy weather based on picture 2. The and also to seen from the radial toroidal cross section of VZLN blackened model. Okay. The next result and discussion VZLS studies in different studies. Okay. And MCAN online no Cam or LNC are two proprietary methods to achieve and that will to really found to see really similarly zinc injection has gained acceptance for LVRS and Dutch corrosion product generation by change in composition of oxide films, and this might be relevant to demo. The review of recruitment tool has list of the working weather chemistry specification in table number 1 to be finished with weather underpinning. This is applicable to the nominal condition. Only different operating models such as cold downs will two different parameter centimeter dimension and stressing is necessary development of new technique such and this will be follow to fashion due to inherent difficulty in obtaining large amount of interest fashion as means of reducing cost and testing time by working in similar activities in inventories. Hence, there is great value in developing this technique jointly between the two communities. Okay, the next is conclusion. According to the result, the weather complaint search for the broader blanket and diversion of demo present challenge for defining suitable chemistry goodness for the operation plan. While there is likely to be overlap between chemistry control corrosion mitigation strategies of the two component difference is material selection and corrosion made chains, which are not fully understood in each case. Rise allocation requiring part and investigation. Okay, next, strength and weakness. Number one is strength is according to our group. This journal provides innovative learning methods that are very relevant and needs for environmental healthy. And the next weakness, the word of sentence the that art authors use are too difficult to understand. The author on the includes a brief explanation of research.
Okay, next, after we review three journals with the theme of chemical industry, it can be concluded that chemistry is very much used in industrial life. In Journal 1, we know that the removal of Pb2 from synthetic water solution can be done using the treatment of industrial effluents contaminated with this heavy metal. From Journal 2, we know that industrial waste can be consigned in hazardous substance by designing industrial equipment, namely bioreactors, using microalgae and iron oxides nanoparticles materials. From Journal 3, we know that research on the European Demonstration Fusion Reactors or DEMO, according the results, the water coolant circuit for the breather blanket and diverter of DEMO presents challenge for defining suitable chemistry guidelines from the operating plan.
Okay, thank you for watching guys. Sorry if there are many mistakes in the presentation. And if you have any suggestion or question, you can comment in discussion column on the class. See you soon guys. Have a nice day. Goodbye.